Basta! The word basta in Italian is one of those words that seems to fit just about anywhere. But what exactly does it mean? And why do Italians use it in so many different contexts? Well, in this lesson, you'll learn how to use basta by breaking it down and how it works in 7 different kinds of sentence structures with lots of real-world examples. And don't worry about taking notes, I've done all the hard work for you. To help you to practice, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which includes all the vocabulary and examples you're about to see. Just click on the link in the description box below this video. Pronti? Are you ready? Iniziamo! Let's get started. So what does basta mean in Italian? Well, technically speaking, basta is a verb, specifically the third person singular of the present indicative of
bastare,
which means to be enough or to suffice. It functions a bit differently from other verbs, much like the tricky piacere, to like, and it usually follows an object, verb, subject structure rather than the more traditional subject, verb, object sequence. Now, if you want to learn more about how to use the verb piacere, watch this video lesson here. Now, here is an example of how to use bastare in a sentence. You may hear an Italian say,
mi bastano 5 minuti.
Now, this literally means 5 minutes suffice to me, which translates to I need 5 minutes in English. See how the sentence subtly shifts its structure in Italian? Bastare is most frequently used in the third person singular or plural, and often is an impersonal form, meaning it doesn't always refer to a specific person or thing performing the action. Its usage is nuanced depending on the context, making it a rather versatile word in Italian. Now, if you want to learn the most used verbs in Italian, make sure you watch this video lesson here. Okay, let's take a look at how to use basta in Italian. Now, there are 7 main scenarios when you need to use basta in Italian. Each is super common in everyday conversations, and mastering them all will make your fluency soar. Let's take a look at the first one. Setting limits.
Basta!
Enough! Stop it! Now, one of the most common ways to use basta in Italian is as an exclamation to put an immediate stop to something, be it an annoyance, a frustration, or simply an excess. You can use it alone or embedded in a sentence, but remember, it's most effective when delivered with a firm tone, and maybe a little grumble for good measure. Here are some examples.
Basta! E basta!
Enough already! This is a sharp command to stop something.
Basta, sono piena.
Enough, I'm full. This is perfect for when your nonna keeps serving you more food, but you're so full that you can't eat another bite.
Basta, smettetela.
Enough, stop it. This is a go-to phrase for putting an end to annoying behaviours, great for unruly children or even adults who should know better.
Basta, fate silenzio.
Enough, be quiet. Now this one is useful for silencing a noisy group.
Se dico basta, è basta.
If I say enough, it's enough. This phrase leaves no room for negotiation, a decisive end to any discussion.
Punto e basta.
Period. End of story. This is another great way to emphasize that a discussion is over and no more debate is needed. Now, when using basta on its own doesn't always quite capture that frustration, so you compare it with adverbs like
Insomma.
Enough, already, or
Adesso.
Now, or
Ora.
now, to add emphasis. Take a look at these examples.
Adesso basta. Mi hai proprio scocciato.
Enough already, you've really annoyed me.
Ora basta. Vattene da casa mia.
Enough now, get out of my house.
Insomma, basta. Non voglio più parlare di questa storia.
Enough already, I don't want to talk about this story anymore. Another way we use basta is to encourage change. In this case, it means stop. Now, basta can also be used to suggest someone should change their behavior, whether it's about breaking a habit or adopting a healthier lifestyle. For example,
Basta con tutti questi dolci. Dovresti mangiare più verdure.
Stop with all these sweets. You should eat more vegetables.
Basta dire sempre sì. Devi imparare a dire qualche no.
Stop always saying yes. You need to learn to say no sometimes.
Basta passare le ore davanti alla TV. Da domani si cambia musica.
Stop spending hours in front of the TV. Starting tomorrow, it's time to change things up. Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. Make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to below this video. Now, the third way we use basta is indicating sufficiency. In this case, it means to be enough or to suffice. For example,
Basta un poco di zucchero e la pillola va giù.
just a little bit of sugar is enough to help the medicine go down. This is what Mary Poppins sang in the Italian version of Disney's beloved classic, showing us how basta can convey the idea of something being just enough. Now, here are some more common expressions using basta with this meaning.
Basta il pensiero.
It's the thought that counts.
Basta e avanza.
This is more than enough.
Basta poco.
It doesn't take much.
Dimmi basta.
Tell me when to stop. Now, this is a useful phrase when someone is pouring you a drink or serving food.
Quanto basta?
As required, just enough. This is used in recipes, often abbreviated as QB.
Basta così?
Is that all? This is commonly asked when wrapping up items at a market.
Basta, grazie. Basta così. Grazie.
That's enough, thank you. Now, this is a polite way to indicate that you're all set and that you don't need any more. You can also say
Basta, basta. Grazie.
for extra emphasis.
Che la metà basta.
That half would be enough. Now, this is a common Italian expression to highlight that even half of something would already be a lot. For instance,
Piove che la metà basta.
it's raining so much that even half as much would still be a downpour. Basta is also used to give advice or instructions. In these circumstances, we use basta plus the infinitive verb to mean you just have to. When basta is followed by a verb in its infinitive form, it conveys the idea of just or all you need to do. Now, this is a handy way to give advice or instructions in a simple, direct way. Take a look at these examples.
Se l'impasto è troppo duro, basta aggiungere un po' di latte.
If the dough is too stiff, just add a bit of milk.
Non basta avere vestiti costosi per essere eleganti.
It's not enough to have expensive clothes to be elegant.
Basta parlarne con il tuo amico e vedrai che il problema si risolve subito.
Just talk about it with your friend and you'll see that the problem will be solved right away.
Puoi raggiungere qualsiasi obiettivo. Basta volerlo.
You can achieve any goal. All you need to do is want it. Basta is also used to introduce a condition or requirement with the structure,
Basta che.
meaning as long as or provided that. Pairing basta with the conjunction che, meaning that, allows you to introduce a condition that needs to be checked off for something to happen. In this type of phrase, the verb following basta che should be in the subjunctive mood. Take a look at these examples.
Basta che non lo vengano a sapere, altrimenti la festa è rovinata.
As long as they don't find out, otherwise the party will be ruined.
Vengo. Basta che non ci sia Paolo. Non lo sopporto.
I'll come, as long as Paolo isn't there. I can't stand him.
Farò tutto quello che vuoi. Basta che tu sia felice.
I'll do whatever you want, as long as you're happy. Now, to learn how to use 59 conjunctions in Italian, watch this video lesson here. Are you still enjoying this lesson? Have you downloaded that PDF worksheet yet? Now is your chance to do so. Just click on the link in the description box below this video. We also use basta to emphasize that nothing else is needed by saying
E basta.
meaning just or and that's it. Another frequent use of basta in Italian is at the end of the sentence, following the conjunction e for and, to indicate that nothing else is required or necessary. Take a look at these examples.
Potevi darmelo e basta. invece di fare tutte queste storie.
You could have given it to me instead of making such a big deal out of it.
Per fare la torta ci servono uova, farina, zucchero e basta.
To make the cake, we need eggs, flour, sugar, and that's it.
Voglio te e basta. È così difficile da capire?
I just want you. Is that so hard to understand? We also use basta to express doing just enough of something with the format
E basta.
meaning only or just. Now, when placed after a verb, basta can be used to convey the idea that you're limiting your action or involvement to a minimum. For example,
Lo assaggio e basta.
I'll only try some. Here, basta indicates that you're only going to taste a small amount, not indulging in a full serving.
Le provo e basta.
I'll only try them. Now, if you see a pair of shoes that you like but you already own too many, you can use this little phrase to say that you'll try them on but you don't plan on buying them. At least that's the idea.
Guardo e basta.
I'll just look. In this case, basta suggests that you're only going to look at something and have no plans to do more.
Non lo conosco bene. Ci ho parlato una volta e basta.
I don't know him very well. I've spoken to him once, and that's it. Here, basta emphasizes that your interaction was limited to just one conversation with no further contact. Now, to continue your learning and to help you practice, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet for this lesson, which you'll find a link to in the description box below this video. If you enjoyed this lesson, then you'll love Intrepid Italian, my series of online self-paced video courses that break down everything you need to know about Italian using my unique 80-20 method. More details in the description below. Now, if you enjoyed this lesson, don't miss my video on how to cheat your way to fluency using modal verbs. This is super powerful stuff, and you can watch that video right here. Plus, master Italian word order and sentence structure by watching this video lesson right here. In the meantime, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications so you get an alert when I post more video lessons like this one. Until next time, thanks for watching. Un abbraccio. Ciao!